Illegal aliens are in the country, including many murderers and rapists.
Those you ain't whites and hots and colors and cold. This thing, you're gonna ruin my dickies.
Whatever, Doc.
Hey, hold this thing.
Have to be here.
It could be an Irish drunk.
No.
It could be an Italian drunk.
American
what the
crime.
Hell difference does it make?
It makes plenty of difference.
It does not.
He
Bill,
doesn't have a
please.
right to
He
be
didn't commit
here.
a felony.
He doesn't have a right to be in this country.
What? But that has nothing to do with the
Yes,
fact that
it
he
does.
was a drunk.
He should have been
he was
deported.
A drunk. What if,
he should have been deported, and this mayor and the police chief didn't deport him.
I think younger, during grade school, middle school, stuff like that, you definitely heard a lot of racial stereotypes when kids are starting to realize, skin color and stuff.
Well, when I was younger, I didn't know what to do but stay quiet and accept it. But the older I got and the more educated I got, I was able to communicate in a more intellectual way.
Tengo un amigo que se llama Miguel y conocí a él en la escuela secundaria en San Diego y había muchos estereotipos de él, que él huele mal y que él está flojo.
So if you're listening to mainstream media, if you go through an education system that doesn't deconstruct these myths, and you don't have access, personal access to the other story, then I understand how somebody's uninformed.
I don't think it doesn't necessarily upset me, but it just kind of makes them look stupid to kind of categorize every person of Latino Hispanic descent into one thing. Like you hear lazy Mexicans or stuff like that. I mean, you don't know every Mexican. Maybe you know from one scenario you see one thing, but I think for people who are saying that, they definitely haven't seen everyone from every different standpoint.
If I'm walking down the street, the first thing people see when they see me is a black individual. When I speak Spanish, they ask me where I'm from, and I say Honduras, and they say they never heard of it. They either see me as black or they see me as Puerto Rican. When I say Honduras, they're like, where's that at? Even some Latinos do that.
Would be when I enrolled my daughter in public school, which wouldn't be at the U of O. This was 20 years ago, and I marked on the flyer that we spoke Spanish at home, and they tried to put her in ESL classes.
When I first came to the States, they had me repeat the same grade because of my lack of English.
And I thought that was interesting. That basically what they're saying is if you speak Spanish, it has to be that you don't speak English either.
And I didn't think it was fair, and I think that was based on where I came from. To me, it was a stereotype. I'm thinking that because I came from another country, I didn't know. They expected I didn't know as much as an American kid my age.
First day of school, and they were telling us what to look for gangs. And, a Latina counselor said, oh, and what should we look for the white pride gang? And what she was saying is the only gangs they had pegged were the Filipino American and the Mexican American gangs.
From time to time, you see stereotype only because of looking at the media, reading newspapers, the news, and stuff like that. You're seeing Latinos committing crimes. You're seeing Latinos jumping borders, and they think that because they're doing it, all Latinos are doing it. And because they're doing it, that means they're coming from another country to this country, that they're not educated, that they're struggling, that they're not smart, that they're just nobody.
Well, look at a place of empowerment, however. Determination, political activism, mentoring other students, joining clubs. Sorry, it makes me want to cry because I'm thinking of some of my students and all the incredible things they do. And I think they shouldn't have to do that for those reasons, but I guess standing up and looking for some sort of social justice as well.
La gente es muy simpático y cariñoso y la gente latina siempre quieren divertirse y viva para el presente y no para el futuro.
For today, I've noticed that a lot of Latinos are countering the stereotype.
Studies have shown that when there's an immigrant population, they often are entrepreneurs, they open small businesses, it diversifies an economy.
You see them as judges, you see them as lawyers, you see them as politicians.
And cities with more immigration have a decrease in crime. LA would be a good example. Their murder rate is 7. I don't know what these numbers mean, but I compared it the other day to cities in the Midwest where it's 23, 24.
Before they stereotype one and assume who this person is, there's nothing wrong with just asking them. Communicate.
All the positives that come with a Latino presence, okay, or immigrants, but not just that, but to apply this to everybody. What I want for Latinos is what I would want for any group of people.